Yep, yep. You already know what it is. Southpaw Talk with Southpaw Slick. And today's video comes from one of my female Instagram followers. And she had a really good question. She asked me, what are some animated movies that display relationships in a positive but realistic way? I like this question. The reason being is because she has a 10-year-old son, and she says that she wants to show him something that's age appropriate. It's like, yeah, there's like live action movies or acting movies that she feels might be too graphic for him. So she wants something more age appropriate. Now, me myself, as soon as I saw the question, I knew exactly what movies to recommend. There's two movies in particular, both Disney movies, that came to mind. And those two movies are Aladdin, the first one, and a Goofy movie. Both are in my top five Disney movies of all time. So I'm very familiar with these two, right? But getting into it, and I'm definitely going to break it down as I go. First, I'm going to start with Aladdin. Fast forwarding a little bit, we see Aladdin. This is important, by the way. We see Aladdin. He goes to the bazaar that he frequents to steal, as usual, with his pet companion, Abu, who's a monkey. Awesome character, by the way. They steal a loaf of bread. And they cause a whole bunch of ruckus, with the guards, running away from the guards. They get away. Aladdin breaks the bread in half, gives a piece to Abu, right? But while doing that, Aladdin notices two starving kids in his presence. He himself decides to give his half of the bread to one of the kids willingly, and reluctantly, Abu does the same as well. The reason why I bring this up first, well, let alone because it's in the beginning of the movie, is because it establishes Aladdin's character. Aladdin is a bad boy, but a good man. Yeah, he has mischievous ways, but he's very kind-hearted. Like, of course, this is what he does on a regular basis. Goes to the bazaar, D-blocks one of the merchants, dips off with the product, right? But he's also willing to share it with fellow street rats, if you will. If you know, you know. If you know, you know, right? Okay, his character is established. He's a bad boy, but a good man. Mischievous, but very kind-hearted. Perfectly balanced. Now, I like this representation because it shows that it's okay to be flawed. Now, I'm not saying go out there and be somebody that's not a law-abiding citizen, but it's okay to have a little bit of edge and not be 100% square. That's all I'm saying. You want to have a perfect balance. So that's why I brought this up first. Of course, forwarding a little bit, Aladdin goes back to the bazaar to steal again. But this time, he notices a girl in a cloak, and he gets a glimpse of her face. She's beautiful, and he's enamored with her. Like, she's like, damn, like, man, she's the baddest thing. That's how he's looking at her, right? He doesn't know this is Princess Jasmine yet. Okay, Princess Jasmine, her character is a complete opposite of his. She grew up in the castle. She's a princess. She grew up around wealth and a luxurious lifestyle. However, she feels imprisoned because she can't do anything or go anywhere without her father's approval or without the guards following her. So she feels like a prisoner in her own home. And like her only friend really is her pet tiger, Raja. Right? Princess Jasmine, although she's a princess, she's very down to earth and she's very humble. Like, all of this stuff doesn't matter to her. All this money and status, it does not matter to her. Right? And her father wants her to get married, but under that Sharia law, I'm assuming, she cannot marry any old body because she's a princess. She has to marry a prince. Princess Jasmine is against this rule because she wants to marry for love. I don't care about marrying a prince with all this money and all this status. I just want to marry somebody that's genuine, that I have a vibe with, and that loves me. Now, this is why Princess Jasmine is my favorite Disney princess. She represents the girl that is beautiful, but acts like she's not. And that is one of the most attractive things. I swear, a girl that's bad and knows it, that's one of the worst things you can get. Trust me, I know firsthand. But this is why I like Princess Jasmine so much. Anyway, continuing on. Aladdin sees her in the market. She talks to the merchant and proceeds to grab an apple, but she walks off afterwards without paying. This is her sheltered lifestyle kicking in. She doesn't know how the marketplace works because she's never been out the fucking castle, basically. Right? So the guard's like, hold on a second. You ain't going to take that shit from me. So he grabs her hand and is about to cut it off because that was the punishment at the time. Aladdin jumps in right away. Stops the whole thing. But of course, it's also a scheme to steal some shit for himself and Abu. But Aladdin jumps in and basically stood up for Princess Jasmine, which wins her over. Okay. Afterwards, after, Abu walks off with all the shit and everything, they go to his hideout, right? His hideout is in a spot that he deems perfect because it has a perfect view of the castle, right? Him and Princess Jasmine are vibing. They're talking about, about their desires and everything. He himself, he looks at the castle and wants to be in it. I want to be a prince. I want to live a life of wealth and luxury because I never had it. I'm just a poor fucking street rat stealing to survive. Princess Jasmine, on the other hand, rather be in his position. It's like, yeah, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. It's like, yeah, I got all this money and everything, but it doesn't matter because I can't do anything without somebody following me or giving me permission to do it. So it's like, it's like, is that a life you really want to live? Okay. Anyway, the guards go after Aladdin on Jafar's behalf. Reason being is because Aladdin is the diamond in the rough, and he's the only person that has access or can gain access inside the Cave of Wonders to get the lamp. Okay. Anyway, fine. They run away from the guards. But before that, Aladdin, before he jumps to the other side of the building, he asks Princess Jasmine, do you trust me? This is going to be important later on. Do you trust me? She says yes. Okay, they jump. Fine. The guards catch up to him. They apprehend Aladdin. Jasmine reveals herself. She takes the hood off her head and it's like, let him go. And it's like, oh, it's Princess Jasmine. Okay, I'm sorry, princess, but I can't do that because this is under Jafar's orders. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to have a word with him later. Fine. Okay, fine. We get to the Cave of Wonders, yada, yada, yada. They go through the bullshit and everything after getting the lamp. Jafar dressed up as his, I guess, poor man alter ego that Aladdin saw in the prison cell. I know I skipped that, but if you know, you know. And he's like, give me the lamp. Aladdin gives him the lamp, or so he thought. If you know, you know. All right, Aladdin has the lamp. He rubs it. Genie comes out. Do the little music number. Okay, fine. The reason I said I have to break this down step by step so it makes sense. One of the wishes that Aladdin has is to become a prince. Is to become a prince. Genie being the voice of reason, he says, like, why do you want to be a prince? And Aladdin's like, because I wanna win over the princess. Now Aladdin feels inadequate because he knows that Princess Jasmine is Princess Jasmine. Now he feels he's not good enough. And this is a problem that a lot of us men have. Once again, scarcity mindset. Once again, feeling a level of inadequacy because you don't have money. And this has become even more prominent because of what we see on media and how a lot of women speak nowadays. Oh, a man gotta buy me this, gotta buy me that, gotta take me here, gotta take me there. So a lot of us are starting to feel a sense of inadequacy. And Aladdin is in that position. And I love the way that is displayed in this movie. Aladdin wants to be a prince. Okay, Genie gives him that wish. I think it's his second wish, matter of fact. And then Aladdin's like, how do I look? You know, he's all happy. You know, I'm dripped up. I'm fly. I look like a prince. And Genie's like, you look like a prince. You know, like ain't nothing special. You look just like the rest of them. Whatever. But in Aladdin's case, he feels like he's finally good enough. Aladdin being a prince is a metaphor. Being a prince is leading with your wallet. And that's something that I've brought up in numerous videos that we need to stop doing. I know a lot of women require a man to, break pockets, but sometimes that's not the end all be all, which is definitely in Jasmine's case. But anyway, Aladdin, with his Prince Ali alter ego, goes to see Princess Jasmine, right? He thinks, I got this in the bag. I'm a prince now. I'm going to win her over. But the thing is, as we can see with her track record, she's not big on princes. That's the irony. She's a princess that doesn't like princes. And the reason being is because they're so obnoxious and full of themselves. Which is another thing I've also brought up in my previous videos. That a lot of guys, they like arrogant and extra cocky. It's cool to be confident and sure of yourself, but not be arrogant and cocky. Women don't like that shit. And Princess Jasmine is one of those women. I don't care about him being a prince. I don't care about him having status, because I have that too. What else do you have to offer? So Princess Jasmine is the boss chick in this movie. You know, like, okay, I got my own money. You got to offer me something money can't buy, which is something I was about to say Prince Ali, that Aladdin offers. You can't buy vibe. You can't buy chemistry. You can't buy spontaneity. Okay, yes, you can go different places, but being with somebody that's just as excited to do that stuff with you, you can't buy. Okay, fine. Aladdin goes to Jasmine's window after the music number and everything in the night. Raja starts to go and attack Aladdin, and Aladdin takes his hat off and starts waving it at Raja to, push him away. Princess Jasmine sees a glimpse of that and knows he's the boy from the market, right? Jafar lied and told her that after the Cave of Wonders disintegrated, that we beheaded him and he's dead. That crushes her because it's like, I genuinely liked him. I liked him. Just him, regardless. Now, once again, with the "Do you trust me" line, he uses that again when he shows her the magic carpet before the whole new world segment, right? Do you trust me? She says yes. Excitingly says yes, because she already knows. She knows Aladdin was bullshitting the whole time, but she played along with it. You know what I mean? But that just goes to show you that sometimes you don't need to lead with your wallet to win a woman over. Now, this is also going to tie in to a Goofy movie. Max, in the beginning of the movie, he has a dream is basically a parody of the werewolf, because when Roxanne, his love interest, goes in for a kiss, he turns into a werewolf, who the werewolf is actually his dad, Goofy. Something that he's insecure about because he looks like Goofy and he has Goofy's laugh. And he thinks that Roxanne is not going to like him because of that, right? So he comes up with a plan to impress her by doing a power line segment at the assembly on the last day of school, right? But before that, after the After Today music number, that's the name of the song, After Today, he falls over on the bleachers. All the kids laugh at him except one that stuck by. And who was it? Roxanne. She helps him up. Max, he starts, speaking with some unintelligible dialect, like, yeah. And then she starts snickering and laughing. And then he, like, he does his goofy laugh. And then he covers his mouth and runs away, like, oh, damn, I choked. Oh, fucked up. And a lot of us get that way, too. But he doesn't know she actually likes him like that. She doesn't mind him with those flaws because she finds it charming, right? Okay. He does the power line number. He wins her over. Sees him in the principal's office, like, I'll call you later, blah, blah, blah. He gets her number. Like, I'll take you to the power line party at Stacy's house. Okay, fine. Plans change with Goofy. We're going on a road trip. Okay, Max has to go and see Roxanne and tell him that he's not going to be able to take her to the party. Okay. Roxanne is disappointed. He's like, like my dad, he's taking me to, some like place to go fishing. And then she's walking away like, fine, go ahead. And that's when he lies and says, no, he's actually taking me to the Powerline concert. And then she's like, so your dad's going to drive halfway across the country just to go to a concert? And it's like, yeah, my dad, he was with Powerline and a band back in the day and blah, blah, blah. And then Roxanne says, Max, this is incredible. Now, take notes. Max responds with some game. This is like fucking game. He's like, well, I wouldn't miss our date for anything that wasn't incredible, Roxanne. I was like, smooth. That was game like a mug. And like I said, as a kid, I ain't really pay attention to it like that. But now I was like, damn, that was some game. But okay, fast forward to the movie. The end of it, Roxanne is like, this pisses me off now. Because she's like, why did you lie to me? He lied to you because your dumbass kept walking away. You know what I mean? And that's why he came up with the lie, so you would stay put and not go to the party with some other guy. Right? And I was saying, but, he tells her the truth. They make up, kiss, and in the movie. Like I said, I just thought these two examples were great because both of these characters are bad boys. I'm saying, but they have a good heart. And I think that the women that they won over, they like them for them and not trying to lead with their wallet or trying to impress them. And I thought that was a very positive message. But break's about to be over. Southpaw slick. I'm out.